Good morning, viewers. You're watching Republic TV and my name is Priyanka Das. Welcome to today's segment of Quick Morning, where we delve into the latest news and updates from around the world and the country. We'll be tracking the biggest global headlines and bringing you the latest updates from the realms of business, sports and entertainment in our jam-packed lineup for this morning. So let's kickstart today's Mega News Day here on Republic, as always with the nation first this quick morning. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau testified before the Foreign Interference Commission on Wednesday regarding the allegations against India related to the killing of Sikh activist Hardeep Singh Nijjar. He emphasized that the intelligence provided to India about the incident was not based on hard evidence. Trudeau revealed that the Canadian intelligence services had informed him of India's alleged role in Nijjar's killing. He criticized India's response to the investigation, claiming it involved attacks on the Canadian government and asserted that India had undermined Canada's sovereignty. Nijjar was shot outside a Sikh temple in British Columbia in June. The incident has strained the diplomatic relations between the two countries. Trudeau further accused the Indian diplomats of engaging in espionage by collecting information on Canadians opposing the Modi government and passing it to the criminal organizations like the Lawrence Bishnoi gang, potentially leading to violence on Canadian soil. Nayab Singh Saini is all set to take oath as the Chief Minister of Haryana today. This follows the BJP's historic third consecutive victory in the State Assembly elections, where they secured 48 out of the 90 seats, marking their best performance in Haryana's political history. The swearing-in ceremony will be attended by prominent leaders, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This victory is significant as it marks the first time a single party has won 3 consecutive terms in Haryana. Saini was re-elected as the party's choice for Chief Minister during a legislative meeting attended by the key figures, including Home Minister Amit Shah. He subsequently presented his claim to form the government to the governor. The Central Election Commission, or the CEC, has approved around 110 seats for the upcoming elections in Maharashtra, with the BJP confirming its candidates during a meeting last evening. The CEC has delegated the responsibility of selecting candidates for the remaining seats to BJP President JP Nadda, while indicating that no further CEC meetings will be held for this purpose. Candidate decisions will follow discussions on seat sharing with alliance partners Shiv Sena, led by Eknath Shinde, and NCP Ajit Pawar. Sources suggest that discussions will occur during the National Democratic Alliance, or the NDA, meeting in Chandigarh, where Home Minister Amit Shah and Nadda are expected to consult with Shinde and Pawar. An announcement regarding the remaining candidates is likely on Friday, as the BJP finalizes its electoral strategy for Maharashtra. Uttar Pradesh Minister Dinesh Pratap Singh launched a scathing attack on the Gandhi family. He said that despite the Gandhi family's long-standing residence in Delhi, they have consistently opted not to contest Lok Sabha elections from the capital. He questioned Priyanka Gandhi Vadra's decision to run from Kerala's Wayanad instead of her home state, emphasizing the disconnect between her political choices and the expectations of voters in Uttar Pradesh.
देखिए, हर किसी को अपनी प्रतिक्रिया देने का अधिकार है भारत में। मैं समझता हूं कि राहुल गांधी, सोनिया गांधी, प्रियंका गांधी और उनके और इनसे पहले वाली पीढ़ियों के लोग सभी दिल्ली में रहे हैं, सभी दिल्ली में रहते आए हैं, लेकिन दिल्ली से कभी लोकसभा का चुनाव नहीं लड़ते। प्रियंका गांधी जी वायनाड से चुनाव लड़ने जा रही हैं, राहुल गांधी रायबरेली से चुनाव लड़ने जा रहे हैं। दिल्ली में उनकी मोहब्बत की दुकान क्यों नहीं खुल पा रही हो, क्यों नहीं चल पा रही है?
Former Bihar Deputy Chief Minister and RJD leader Tejashwi Yadav acknowledged his respect for Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, but raised concerns about Kumar's effectiveness in handling the current challenges facing the state. Yadav said that Nitish Kumar has been in office for many years. The political and social landscape has shifted, making it difficult for him to navigate the present sensitive issues effectively. The former Deputy Chief Minister and RJD leader also criticized Union Minister Giriraj Singh for being in office for 10 years without making a recognizable impact in Bihar. He said that many residents in the state are unaware of the union minister's role as a textile minister. Tejashwi Yadav questioned why a textile park has not been established in the state and accused Singh of engaging in divisive politics rather than contributing positively to Bihar's development.
देखिए हमको तो देखिए व्यक्तिगत तौर पे आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी का हम बहुत सम्मान करते हैं। हमसे ज़्यादा उनको कुछ सम्मान ना दिया है ना देगा, हम बहुत सम्मान करते हैं। लेकिन जिस प्रकार से गिरोह बना करके क्या खिलाया जा रहा है, क्या पिलाया जा रहा है, लगातार उनकी सेहत में जो गिरावट आई है, ये चिंता की बात है। टेक्सटाइल पार्क कई शहरों में, बिहार सरकार की, बिहार के लोगों की पुरानी मांग है कि टेक्सटाइल पार्क जो है बिहार में भी लगे।
BJP National Spokesperson Pradeep Bhandari responded strongly to the IUDF chief Badruddin Ajmal's claim that the parliament building was constructed on Waqf property. The BJP National Spokesperson accused Ajmal of engaging in appeasement politics to cater to his voter base. Bhandari argued that such comments disrespect the Constitution of India, which enshrines secularism. He emphasized that the country's sovereignty should not be leased to any private organization. He warned that if leaders like Ajmal had their way, they might attempt to categorize all land as Waqf land. Bhandari highlighted that the government's initiative to introduce the Waqf Amendment Act will provide benefits to economically disadvantaged Muslims and will promote inclusivity and social welfare.
देखिए, बदरुद्दीन अजमल जी तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि इस बार लोकसभा के चुनाव में उनका जितना पूरा वोट बैंक है वो कांग्रेस पार्टी को वोट डाल दिया और वो चुनाव हार गए। परंतु मैं इन सभी नेताओं से कहना चाहता हूं, अपनी तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति में देश के संविधान का अपमान मत करिए। देश का संविधान सेक्युलरिज्म की बात करता है और सेक्युलरिज्म ये कहता है कि देश की सोवरेनिटी को हम किसी भी प्राइवेट बॉडी को लीज नहीं कर सकते। इनका बस चले तो ये हर लैंड को वक्फ का लैंड ही कहेंगे।
The Odisha government is set to establish a law revision commission, which will aim at modernizing the state's legal framework by identifying outdated and obsolete acts and rules, recognizing that many existing laws no longer serve their intended purpose or are irrelevant to contemporary society. Law Minister Prithviraj Harichandan emphasized the necessity of reform through this commission. The commission will undertake a thorough examination of the current legislation and provide recommendations for modifications that enhance their applicability and usefulness for the citizens of Odisha. This initiative reflects the government's commitment to streamlining the legal system. It will ensure that laws align more closely with the current societal needs and promote a more effective governance framework. Telengana Minister K.T. Rama Rao criticized the state government for allegedly prioritizing financial support for the Congress party over addressing local issues. He described both Telengana and Karnataka as ATM states that continuously fund Congress's political activities. He further expressed concern that the government is focused solely on serving Congress's interests instead of tackling the pressing regional challenges. KTR's remarks came amid tensions surrounding the Musi demolition drive, which he labelled as part of a misguided government agenda. He called for transparency regarding the government's plans for the Musi. The Delhi police have initiated an investigation and registered an FIR concerning a series of 8 hoax bomb threats made against various domestic and international flights over the past 2 days. This alarming situation escalated when a Bengaluru-bound Akasa Air flight carrying over 180 passengers was forced to return to Delhi after receiving a bomb threat. Deputy Commissioner of Police IGI Usha Rangnani confirmed that the airport police had responded to all 8 reported incidents this month. But after thorough verification and inspections, each threat was determined to be unfounded. The police are now focusing on identifying the source of these threats, emphasizing the need for heightened security measures and the importance of addressing such malicious acts that cause undue panic and disruption in air travel. The Supreme Court is set to deliver its judgment regarding the constitutional validity of Section 6A of the Citizenship Act, which pertains to granting Indian citizenship to illegal immigrants in Assam. A 5-judge constitution bench, led by Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, will announce the verdict after having reserved its order following extensive hearings that included arguments from various legal representatives, including the Attorney General and senior advocates. Section 6A, inserted into the Citizenship Act as part of the Assam Accord, stipulates that individuals who entered Assam between January 1 and 1966 and March 25 to 1971 from specified territories including Bangladesh must register to obtain Indian citizenship. March 25, 1971 has been set as the cutoff date for citizenship claims, particularly for migrants from Bangladesh residing in Assam. We are now tracking the top business stories for the day, and we bring you the latest updates on India's economic landscape. So stay tuned as we delve into the key highlights shaping today's business world. The Indian government has announced an increase in the minimum support price for wheat, raising it by Rs 150 to Rs 2,425 per quintal for the 2025-26 marketing season. This decision comes at a critical time as several states prepare for upcoming elections. In addition to wheat, the government has also increased the MSP for 6 rabi crops by amounts ranging from Rs 130 to Rs 300 per quintal. Information and Broadcasting Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw explained that this increase mirrors the adjustments made for the Kharif crops earlier in the year. Prime Minister Modi emphasized that the new MSP will aid away the financial pressures on farmers. He noted that the wheat MSP is now 105% higher than the cost of production, representing a significant support measure for the agricultural sector. The government also set record highs for the MSP of rapeseed and mustard at Rs 5,950 per quintal. The Securities and Exchange Board of India, known as Sebi, has announced a proposal that could allow associations of persons, or AOPs, to open DMAT accounts. This means the AOPs could hold certain securities electronically, but they will not be permitted to hold equity shares. To open a DMAT account, AOPs will need to provide their permanent account number or PAN and confirm that they will only hold approved securities. This change aims to promote ease of doing business and facilitate the transition from physical to electronic holdings. Sebi has opened the proposal for public comments until November 5th. Currently, AOPs face restrictions on holding company shares unless recognized as separate legal entities, which limits their ability to manage financial assets effectively. Nokia is currently in discussions with Bharti Airtel regarding a multi-billion-dollar contract to supply 5G telecom equipment. This potential deal comes as Airtel works to expand and enhance its network capabilities. Ericsson has already secured a similar contract with Airtel. The Indian market is significant for the smartphone manufacturers, and companies like Airtel, Reliance's Jio and Vodafone Idea investing heavily in upgrading to 5G technology. If the Nokia deal is finalized, it would involve the supply of air-scale mobile radios, which are designed to improve energy efficiency while upgrading the existing networks to 5G. Both Nokia and Airtel have not yet provided official comments regarding the ongoing negotiations. Amazon has signed 3 agreements focused on developing small modular reactors, or SMRs, for nuclear power generation. This initiative is part of the company's strategy to explore new energy sources to meet the rising electricity demands of its data centers. The project is set to take place near a site in Washington state where Amazon plans to fund a feasibility study. Under the agreements, Amazon will have the right to purchase electricity generated by 4 SMR modules. These reactors have the potential to provide a total capacity of up to 960 megawatt, enough to power more than 770,000 homes. While SMRs are praised for their ability to produce cleaner energy with low greenhouse gas emissions, critics have raised concerns about the cost and the long-lasting radioactive waste they generate. As of now, there are no operational SMRs in the United States. Elon Musk has expressed gratitude to Indian Telecom Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia for opposing the auction of satellite spectrum. This decision has drawn mixed reactions from industry leaders, including Mukesh Ambani and Sunil Bharti Mittal, who support auctioning to ensure fairness. Musk's company Starlink advocates for administrative allocation of satellite spectrum rather than auctions. Scindia's comments align with the judicial ruling that categorized the satellite spectrum for administrative allocation. The Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, or TRAI, is currently reviewing the stakeholder input on this matter. Scindia noted that while spectrum will be allocated administratively, the associated costs will be determined by TRAI. Recent trade data shows that China has once again become India's largest source of imports. From April to September, imports from China exceeded $56 billion, reflecting an increase of 11.5% compared to the same period last year, when imports were around $50.48 billion. At the same time, the United States has emerged as India's top export destination. Exports to the United States grew by 5.62%, reaching $40.38 billion. Other key import sources for India include Russia, the UAE, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia, with increases noted in imports from both Russia and the UAE. Viewers, moving to international news, we unravel the latest updates shaping the global landscape. Let's get started. Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif met with Russian Prime Minister Mikhail Mishustin in Islamabad following the Shanghai Cooperation Organization meeting. They discussed enhancing bilateral cooperation and acknowledged the positive developments in Pakistan-Russia relations over the past 2 decades. The two leaders emphasized the importance of robust dialogue and collaboration in trade, industry, energy, connectivity, science, technology, and education. Earlier in the day, Sharif welcomed leaders from SCO member states, which includes China, India, Iran, and several Central Asian countries, to discuss the security cooperation and economic ties. In his remarks, Sharif highlighted their shared commitment to collective security and sustainable development within the region. Smoke rose over Gaza on Wednesday as Israel continued its major offensive in the Jabalia refugee camp, which has been ongoing for over a week. Israeli forces have repeatedly targeted the area, claiming that Hamas terrorists had regrouped due to the Israeli offensive. Hospitals in Gaza have been inundated with injured people and dead bodies. More than 40,000 Palestinian people have lost their lives in the conflict, and 90% of the population has been displaced. The conflict escalated after Hamas attacked the southern Israel on October 7th, which killed around 1,200 people, mostly civilians. Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman has criticized Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's recently proposed victory plan. She called it a misfortune plan for Ukraine and its people. During his address to lawmakers, Zelensky had acknowledged increasing pressure from Western allies to negotiate with Russia, hinting that such talks would not work in favor of Ukraine. His plan includes inviting Ukraine to join NATO and using Western-supplied longer-range missiles against Russian military targets. The Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman dismissed the NATO invitation as hysteria and added that Ukraine's partners envision a bleak future for the country. According to UNICEF, the ongoing war in Lebanon has displaced around 1.2 million people, including approximately 400,000 children. UNICEF, as well as the World Food Programme, highlighted the emotional toll on families, sharing stories of parents facing dire decisions amid nights filled with fear. The organization says there's an urgent need for warring parties to prioritize the protection of civilians and adhere to international law. The World Food Programme is actively providing food to 200,000 people daily and is prepared to scale up assistance to 1 million as needed.
Parties in this conflict need to prioritize the protection of civilian infrastructure. Strikes on homes, health centers, schools, and shelters are resulting in massive civilian casualties. Since this escalation in the war on the 23rd of September, 100 children have been killed and over 800 wounded. So it's imperative that all parties to the conflict adhere to IHL and comply with the principles of proportionality, distinction, and precaution in the conduct of hostilities.
On Wednesday, the Italian parliament approved a law criminalizing citizens who travel abroad for surrogacy. The move has been criticized by opponents as discriminatory and medieval. The Senate voted 84 to 58 in favor of the bill. This extends Italy's existing surrogacy ban to couples using services in countries like the US and Canada, where surrogacy is legal. Violators could face jail terms of up to 2 years and fines of up to 1 million euros. Supported by the far-right Brothers of Italy party and its conservative coalition partner, the law aims to protect women's dignity. It has sparked protests from lawmakers and LGBTQ+ activists who argue it ignores the realities of parenthood and may lead to exploitation. A former Las Vegas-era Democratic official, Robert Tellis, was sentenced to at least 28 years in Nevada State Prison for murdering investigative journalist Jeff German in September 2022. Tellis was found guilty of murder after evidence, including his DNA under German's fingernails, linked him to the crime despite his claims of innocence and allegations of a conspiracy against him. The judge added 8 years to Tellis' minimum 20-year sentence due to aggravating factors. This includes the use of a deadly weapon and German's age. Tellis had lost his re-election bid following German's critical reporting on his conduct in office. A 7-year-old boy died and 6 others were injured in an explosion at a house in the UK. The injured individuals were hospitalized for medical treatment. Police have launched a probe behind the explosion and have appealed to the public to come forward with information. All right, viewers, it's time to dive into the world of sports with our segment dedicated to all the action-packed matchups and highlights. Keep listening to All the Buzz right here on our sports segment. Thomas Tuchel has been announced as England's new head coach. The Football Association confirmed the 51-year-old will start work on January 1st, with interim boss Lee Castley remaining in charge for next month's UEFA Nations League doubleheader against Greece and Republic of Ireland. Former India seamer Paris Mambre has been appointed Mumbai Indians bowling coach ahead of IPL 2025. Mambre, who had served as MI's assistant coach previously, will work alongside current bowling coach Lasat Malinga under newly appointed head coach Mahela Jayawardene. Australia skipper Pat Cummins could miss some of next year's Test series against Sri Lanka as his wife Becky is due to give birth to their second child. Former India spinner Neetu David, who still holds the record for the best figures by a woman in an individual Test innings, became only the second female cricketer from the country to be inducted into the ICC Hall of Fame. Samson has jumped a staggering 91 places in the latest ICC T20 international rankings. He was at the 156th position in the rankings in the last update, but is now at the 65th place. He boasts of 449 rating points, now courtesy of his 111 runs of just 47 deliveries with 11 fours and 8 sixes in Hyderabad. Ben Stokes' England have continued their dominant run in the second test of England vs Pakistan series. After winning the first test match on the same venue, Multan, England have continued their dominance. At the end of day 2's play of second test, England trailed by 128 runs. They've scored 238 runs at the loss of 6 wickets. The ICC has inducted former South African captain A.B. de Villiers in its Hall of Fame. His former RCB teammate and Team India batter Virat Kohli has written an open letter for him and appreciated his achievements. Heartbreaking news from the music world as Liam Payne, the beloved former One Direction member, has tragically passed away. We'll dive into this story and more, keeping you updated on the latest happenings in the entertainment industry. Stay tuned. Chennai is facing severe flooding due to continuous rainfall, affecting several areas of the city. Notably, the house of superstar Rajinikanth in Pose Garden has also been flooded, as it is located in a low-lying area. A viral video shows water entering Rajinikanth's home, but reports indicated there is no major damage. The heavy rains have similarly impacted other celebrities' residences nearby, with some streets seeing knee-deep water. A recent auction featuring items from the hit series Game of Thrones attracted fans and collectors, generating over $21 million. The event took place at Heritage Auctions in Dallas and included more than 900 lots of memorabilia such as props, costumes, and weapons. The highlight was a replica of the Iron Throne, which sold for a whopping $1.49 million after a 6-minute bidding war. This replica was made from plastic, molded from the original screen-used version, and finished with metallic paint and jewels. Heritage Auctions reported that the event brought in $21.1 million from over 4,500 bidders. This auction is now the second best entertainment event for Heritage, just shy of a record set by a Debbie Reynolds sale in 2011. Nick Jonas made headlines after a video showed him running off stage during a concert in Prague. The Jonas brothers were performing when someone aimed a laser at Nick's forehead. Upon noticing the laser, Nick quickly left the stage with his security team, while his brothers Joe and Kevin remained on stage. Indian fans expressed concern for Nick, who is married to Priyanka Chopra. Many took to social media, commenting on the scary nature of the incident and expressing relief that he was safe. Following the removal of the individual who aimed the laser, the brothers returned to perform. Just a day before the incident, Nick shared his first Instagram post after a break from social media, showcasing new photos and stating he was back online. Italian fashion house Prada revealed a new spacesuit designed specifically for female astronauts. The Axiom Extravehicular Mobility Unit, or AXEMU spacesuit, will be used for NASA's Artemis III mission, which aims to land the first woman on the moon. Matt Ornler, president of Axiom Space, called the unveiling a historic moment. Lorenzo Bertelli, chief marketing officer of Prada, emphasized that this partnership marks the beginning of a new venture for the brand in the space sector. He expressed gratitude to Axiom for the opportunity and highlighted the potential for future advancements in this area.
Here to prove that this is just the beginning. I think we have a huge opportunity in this sector. I think we're super honored that Axiom chose us to partner with. This is another exciting adventure that is starting today. That we do it because we like to do nice things and because we enjoy it, and then maybe when in 20 or 30 years we will look backwards, we will find out that it's going to be something much more.
Liam Payne, a prominent figure in the music industry and former member of One Direction, has tragically passed away at the age of 31 after falling from a hotel window in Buenos Aires. The incident occurred on Wednesday in Palermo neighborhood. According to a statement from Buenos Aires police, they responded to a 911 call reporting an aggressive individual suspected to be under the influence of drugs or alcohol at the hotel. The police report did not initially identify the individual as Payne. According to a statement from Buenos Aires police, that responded to a 911 call reporting an aggressive individual suspected to be under the influence. Viewers, and that's a wrap for today's segment of Quick Morning. Don't go anywhere, viewers, as we'll be right back tracking the top headlines and biggest stories across the globe, only on Republic TV.